RCW 9A.080.020, liability for conduct of another. Complicity. 1. A person is guilty of a crime if it is committed by the conduct of another person for which he or she is legally accountable. 2. A person is legally accountable for the conduct of another person when a. Acting with the kind of culpability that is sufficient for the commission of the crime, he or she causes an innocent or irresponsible person to engage in such conduct, or b. He or she is made accountable for the conduct of such other persons by this title or by the law defining the crime, or c. He or she is an accomplice of such other person in the commission of a crime. 3. A person is an accomplice of another person in the commission of a crime if a. With knowledge that it will promote or facilitate the commission of the crime, he or she 1. Solicits, commands, encourages, or requests such other person to commit it, or 2. Aids or agrees to aid such other person in planning or committing it, or b. His or her conduct is expressly declared by law to establish his or her complicity. 4. A person who is legally incapable of committing a particular crime himself or herself may be guilty thereof if it is committed by the conduct of another person for which he or she is legally accountable, unless such liability is inconsistent with the purpose of the provision establishing his or her incapacity. 5. Unless otherwise provided by this title or by the law defining the crime, a person is not an accomplice in a crime committed by another person if a. He or she is a victim of that crime, or b. He or she terminates his or her complicity prior to the commission of the crime and either gives timely warning to law enforcement authorities or otherwise makes a good faith effort to prevent the commission of the crime. 6. A person legally accountable for the conduct of another person may be convicted on proof of the commission of the crime and of his or her complicity therein, though the person claimed to have committed the crime has not been prosecuted or convicted, or has been convicted of a different crime or a degree of crime, or has an immunity to prosecution or conviction, or has been acquitted. Notes: effective date 1975-76, 2nd EX.S, C38. This 1976 Amendatory Act is necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, and safety, the support of the state government and its existing public institutions until take effect on July 1st, 1976. Severability 1975-76, 2nd EX.S, C38. If any provision of this 1976 Amendatory Act or its application to any person or circumstance is held invalid, the remainder of the Act or the application of the provision or other persons of circumstances is not affected.